Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. So, I want to quickly talk about the insane censorship that's going on. Censorship's been going on for a while now. Many of us are aware of it. But it has gotten really out of control. So many people I know, their accounts have been taken down multiple times. Posts have been removed. And the reason I'm doing this video right now is because Phil Good just put up a video last night, that got taken down within 2 hours. And it was a video about the jab and how a friend of his was fully vaccinated and still got COVID. And Instagram took it down within 2 hours. And the reason I want to bring this up is because many of you probably aren't aware that this is even happening, that this kind of censorship is happening. People ask me all the time, how come you say the jab? How come you point to your arm? How come you don't say the actual words? It's because the systems at play, the pharmaceutical companies, the governmental systems, and the systems that are controlling all of those systems, including the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. They don't want people talking about the effectiveness of this thing in our arm. They don't want people talking about the side effects, the thousands of people that have died, and the hundreds of thousands of people that have had massive, pretty potent side effects. They don't want that to be talked about. Why? Why? When you censor, you're afraid of something, right? You're afraid of messages getting out. You're afraid of humanity thinking for themselves, making decisions for themselves. If you hide information, if information is not available, then humans can't make a decision based on all the information. Humans are only making a decision based on perhaps one side or one set of information. But when you have doctors, physicians, the medical community coming out and talking about this and what's actually happening, and they're being deplatformed, they're being taken off of any platform where they can communicate and share their message, you gotta start to question what's going on. We have the freedom of speech. In the United States, that's our First Amendment right. The freedom to speech, the freedom of speech. When our freedoms start being taken away like this, we're in trouble. When they're taken away so easily, where someone's post is just taken away, where people's platforms are just deplatformed for no reason, out of the blue, over and over again, and it's done so quietly, right? Over and over again, we get desensitized to censorship. We start to ask ourselves, well, maybe it's okay. Is it? Having our freedoms taken away, is that okay? I don't think so. It's our right to free speech. It's being taken away. Our right to choose what we put in our bodies is being taken away. And if they take away the right to what we put into our bodies, what else can they take away? What else? What can you do? What can I do? What can we do? We can navigate this to the best of our abilities with an open heart, right? Speaking our truth, doing our best to stand up for our rights, for what feels right to you. I think anybody, whether you took this or didn't take this, anybody would be curious, and I would hope to God you would not be okay with the fact that people are being censored like this. because we are entering into a communist type of situation. We've always had the ability, even though it's been quite an illusion, we always have had the ability, because the systems and powers that be have allowed us to have the ability to free speech. This is how the human collective shifts into higher states of consciousness, is we start to get forced into sovereignty, and it can feel uncomfortable, standing up, saying no, perhaps being frightened by all of that, but continuing to do it. Because if I don't do it and you don't do it and others don't do it, who's going to do it? This has nothing to do with the right or wrong thing to do in terms of taking the stinking jab or not. This has everything to do with our rights. We should have the right to say whatever we want to say around this thing or anything else. You can find sex trafficking, you can find pedophilia, you can find animal abuse, all of these horrific things you can find on Instagram right now. You can find on Facebook right now. You can find on YouTube right now. They're not being taken off within 2 hours. They're not even being censored. But somebody talking about this is taken off within 2 hours. You have to start asking why. Something's fishy on the earth plane right now. And more of us are going to wake up to it. So it's already begun. It's been happening for quite some time. But, when you see it happening to really close, dear friends, enough is enough, The only thing we can really do is stand up for ourselves, speak our truth, stand in our sovereignty, hold our hearts wide open, know that we're not alone, and don't point the finger. Don't belittle, don't name call, and please, God, don't regurgitate what somebody else is telling you on the news. Research. Look at other sources. Go find doctors that have been censored or silenced. They may have something important to say to you, which is why they've been censored. I love you. We've got this. We've always had this. And you're not alone. I'm not alone. We're not alone doing this. I love you.